Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming. I'm your host Richard and today we are here with something different. I am doing a Gen 1 OU battle with my friend here, the LuckyShua-War. So all of these are movesets for the first generation, red, blue, and yellow. You can only use those movesets and those Pokemon. So it's not really a team preview because in those older games you couldn't look at your opponent's team before you played. So we just have to kind of go in blind. So right now it's Cubone against Aerodactyl. Now, I don't think Aerodactyl can do much to us, but we can hit it with a Blizzard. So I like running Blizzard on my Marowak. Hyper Beam does okay damage, but now he's got to stay in and recharge, whereas we can get off another Blizzard and get him down to about 2%. So that's pretty nice on our part. Hyper Beam can be really good in this game if you do manage to get the knockout, because then you don't have to recharge. So it can be good, but when your opponent is at such a high HP, it's risky to go for. So we're gonna go for Seismic Toss with Cub1 here, our Marowak, and he does fly, so. I mean, we can take a fly. I'm not too worried about it. So we can just Seismic Toss him as he comes back down. Yep, fly doesn't do too much. Marowak's got some nice physical defense to him. Let's actually see if he'll show it. Yeah, he's got quite a bit of physical defense. So I'm not sure if the EVs happened in Gen 1 or not. I put them in case they did. But again, I don't know if it actually happened or not. So Blastoise is in here now. Old Bongwater the Blastoise. So he will destroy poor little Cub1. But we have a Tentacruel on our team. And Tentacruel is a special defensive monster. And Blastoise doesn't really have anything for Tentacruel. So I'm going to go for the Toxic. One of my favorite strategies in Gen 1 is the Toxic Wrap strategy. So in comes Zapdos. Now Zapdos can hurt us, but we are pretty specially defensive, so I'm trying to decide. He's probably going to go for the electric-type move, so I'm just going to go into Cub1 to try and take it and start getting that toxic damage off. The unfortunate thing with this generation is toxic turns into poison if they switch out, so it won't be doing that racking like it does with other games. So I'm expecting Blastoise to come back in, actually. So I'm going to just switch out into Tentacruel again. Because he's not going to go for Thunderbolt, that's for sure. He switches out into Blastoise. Look at that. So, I mean, unfortunately Zapdos is now to a point where the Toxic is now poison. But I'm expecting Zapdos to actually come back out, so I'm going to go for the Blizzard. And yep, here comes Zapdos again. And see, it actually shows you that it changed to poison too. So we get the super effective Blizzard off, which is really nice. Now he's going to go for Fly or Thunderbolt again. I'm thinking Thunderbolt. So Cub1, come back out. Metal. Yep, there it is again. So I think Blastoise is coming back, to be honest. I wouldn't mind getting a paralysis off on him, so I'm actually going to go for Body Slam to try and paralyze Blastoise if Blastoise does come back out, which it does. So Body Slam will do not very good damage. And then Blastoise is probably going to go for Blizzard or Surf. So again, we can just go right out in the Fancy Sun. Fancy Sun. Surf does, yeah, that was a critical hit and it did 23%, 22.9%. So actually it did 22. 22? Yeah, that only did 22. Why did it say 23? I don't know. Maybe it gave us the benefit of the doubt. But I'm assuming Zapdos again, just because that's what he's been switching in and out of. So I'm just going to go for the Blizzard. If Zapdos comes in and we hit the Blizzard, it's taking him out. So, and if Blastoise does manage... Yep, Blastoise is going to actually stay in critical hit, which isn't bad. And he's just going to Blizzard us back. So I'm actually going to go for the Wrap. I was going to go for Toxic, but I think his Blastoise carries Rest, because we have battled about 3 times now. He's trying to trying to get into the Gen 1 because he's a classic guy, so he's playing Gen 1, and he's figuring it out here. So he might still have rest on him. I'm not sure if he changed that, but we are going to wrap him to try and stop him from doing some nonsense. I would like to get the Toxic and then wrap. One of my favorite strategies. But again, he'll probably just rest. I actually probably should have done Toxic then wrap because he was less likely to rest at the point he was at. I'm trying to remember. I think you can switch out of wrap in Gen 1. So he might want to do that. I mean, we're doing 3%, so he's not... I don't think he's too worried. But he is freed now, so I'm going to go for Toxic and hope he doesn't rest. Sorry if you can hear that pounding. It is downpouring outside. So we get the Toxic off, and he goes for Mimic, which he learned Wrap from us. So, I mean, I'm going to go for Wrap now. That's a move. Mimic Blastoise. Curious. Well, he does switch out, changing that back into Poison instead of Toxic. So now we got the Wrap on Zapdos, so we can just kind of sit here and wrap him until it gives out. So he does get poisoned, and we wrap him. Again, we learned this from our playthrough of Red version. The status ailments affect when their turn ends, not at the end of the whole turn. It's when they're done attacking. So he is freed from the wrap, and I don't want to take a Thunderbolt, but Marowak does. So let's go into Marowak. Hopefully he goes for Thunderbolt, and he does. So we are immune to that, and Toxic almost takes him out. Unfortunately, it doesn't. But does it show? Are we at a specific level, or is it just whatever? We must be at like level 100 or something. Because I want to know how much Seismic Toss is going to do. So it must be 100. It's either 100 or 50. Oh, I was not expecting Charizard, actually. So that's just 27%. Does that mean we're level 27? No, that's percentage. It's not hit points. So, I don't know what this Charizard wants to do against us. Whatever it wants to do, Fancy Sun can take it, I'm sure. Unless he's carrying Earthquake. Because Charizard's weird in this generation where he doesn't get... Holy cow, it is raining outside. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. It is just absolutely downpouring. But we're going to go into Fancy Sun here, and he does go for Body Slam. See, Charizard's kind of a mixed attacker in this game. It's kind of weird, but... Charizard really only had the capability to use Fire-type moves as special moves in this generation, so... Ooh. Potsy the Venusaur actually comes out. Now, we do have something in the back that's going to knock this Venusaur out right away. I'm not too concerned about it attacking us right now, because we are part poison, which resists. Do I want to get a Toxic off on him, or just Blizzard? I'm just going to go for Blizzard for now, see how much that does. Critical hit knocks him out. So we actually don't have to worry about Venusaur anymore, so that's nice. But we're Aerodactyl's already gone, which is what I would worry most. Oh, he's going to bring his own Alakazam in. So this is actually going to be a problem for us. Fancy Sun may take one Psychic, but not much more. So I'm going to try and get a Toxic off on him while I can. He's going to actually Thunder Wave right away. And we're going to miss Toxic. That's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Squilliam Fancy Sun. If you didn't catch the name, that's why he's named Fancy Sun, after Squilliam Fancy Sun from SpongeBob. So he's probably going for Psychic now, otherwise switching out. I'm assuming he's going to go for Psychic, because he knows the power of it after I've wrecked him with my Alakazam a few times. So, hopefully we live. We do not live the Alakazam Psychic, so that's unfortunate. Now, I'm trying to think of who wants to come in on this Alakazam. Probably our own, to be honest. Our own Shazam, and we're going to Thunder Wave him. Because I don't really have a counter for Alakazam. Alakazam's really hard to counter in this generation. His Alakazam either speed ties with us or is just faster in general. So I'm going to go for Thunder Wave yet again. He's probably enjoying this because I wrecked him with Alakazam last time. So now he's hoping to do the same. So he goes for Psychic, gets a crit, and we land our Thunder Wave. Now, what I want to do is I'm actually going to go for the Recover to kind of... I would have gone first that time, but... And he gets another critical hit with the Psychic. Now, Psychic is doing 33.5 if it gets a crit, which it's gotten 2. So hopefully it doesn't get another. I get to recover off anyway. So, and he tries the Thunder Wave again, maybe expecting me to switch out, but I'm not going to. So I am going to Psychic now, hope for the special attack and special defense drop, or get paralyzed again, whatever. We're both paralyzed. Great turn, LuckyShua-War. So I'm going to go for it again. Hopefully we hit him this time and get the drops, because that's going to help a lot to slow down this LuckyShua-War. I actually am not too worried about giving up my LuckyShua-War at this point. See, it's only doing 17 if it, okay, neither of us get the drop. So all I'm trying to do right now is to get the drop so I can bring somebody else in. Either Marowak to just throw off. I mean, we don't really need Marowak. Don't get the drop again. He gets the crit. Lovely. So I'm going to go for another Recover. I don't know if his LuckyShua-War actually carries Recover. He carries Thunder Wave and Psychic so far. I did... Oh, how many crits has that been? It's a bunch of malarkey is what that is. So I'm going to go for another Recover because in case he gets another crit, he'll be able to take us out. So we're back to full, which is nice. Another crit, really? What is going on with this game? I don't know if crits were just more acceptable back in the day or what. Okay, we got our crit drop, and he gets paralyzed, so that's fine. I don't know. See, we're going to figure out if he carries Recover pretty soon here. I'm going to go for one more Psychic or get paralyzed. And he does carry Recover. So he's going to go for Psychic. I'm going to Psychic. This is essentially we're just, our LuckyShua-Wars are just going to duke it out for a while. Get the drop. He is paralyzed though. So essentially either I want to get the drop or I want to get him to a point where he's going to go for Recover again. Because then I can switch out and... essentially all my Pokemon are going to outspeed, so I can go into Charizard and hit him with an Earthquake or something. Or I could go into Machamp and actually use Hyper Beam, which wouldn't be bad at all. We are paralyzed. Excuse me. We are paralyzed again, unfortunately. Okay, he gets paralyzed this time. We get the Psychic off, critical hit, and drop. Yes, we got the drop finally. Now... I am going to switch in Machamp, because if he does get through and get the Psychic off and take us out, it doesn't really hurt me that much. So he goes for Recover. Now, do I want to go for Earthquake or Hyper Beam? I don't think LuckyShua-War is going to appreciate a Hyper Beam, so that's what I'm going for. Okay, it doesn't take him out, but he goes for Thunder Wave. Okay, so he just wants to be kind of at the same level as us. But we do have that special attack drop, which is really nice, so he's probably going to recover, yep. So, I'm not going to go for Hyper Beam anymore, knowing that it won't take him out. But I am going to go... Okay, so we have Earthquake or Body Slam. Earthquake's going to hit harder, so he's going to keep recovering. I'm just going to hit him. Earthquake is a 2-hit knockout, so I have no reason to go for Hyper Beam anymore, knowing that. So, either he's going to attack us, or he's just going to keep recovering while we hit him with Earthquakes, and he waits for us to get paralyzed, so he can strike back while being at full. See, it's funny how different LuckyShua-War is now. I mean, he was super overpowered in Gen 1, that's why they brought in Dark-type Pokemon. But, as you can see, he's a little more... Oh, switches in the Charizard, not bad. So, I'm going to save Machamp, actually, for LuckyShua-War. So now I'm going to switch out into Cubone because we don't need him at this point. And Earthquake doesn't even do that much to us anyway. So what am I expecting? I'm going to Body Slam, try and get the paralysis off on him. Goes into LuckyShua-War, not bad. Because that's going to do a decent amount of damage, and then we can Earthquake. We should outspeed since he's paralyzed, even though LuckyShua-War is super fast. But like I was saying, Alakazam now is so frail that people have to use Focus Sash on him. Whereas he took how many hits there? 3? Nowadays, Alakazam gets knocked out in 1 hit by a physical move. And it's kind of sad, but I mean, the game changes. So here is Zapdos. So if he tries to fly, he's going to die from poison. I don't know if he's going to carry rest. He could. I'm going to Blizzard. He tries to Thunderbolt. I don't know why he Thunderbolted. Maybe he's... I have no idea. But there goes Zapdos. And now he only has Blastoise and Charizard left, so I don't really need Cub 1 anymore. So I'm just going to let Cub 1 go down to whatever happens here. So I don't have to worry about taking damage from a switch. I'm actually going to Body Slam this Charizard, try and get a paralysis off on him. I don't know why he brought in Charizard over Blastoise. Blastoise would have been a much better matchup for Marowak. He's going to Body Slam. I'm going to Body Slam. Nobody gets the paralysis. And he'll probably just Body Slam again, taking out Cub 1. Yep, there goes poor little Cub 1. Now, I just kind of realized I don't really have anything for Charizard at this point, because everybody's paralyzed. But I don't think Charizard has anything for Machamp. And Machamp has fairly decent defense and special defense, and super high attack, which is really nice. So I'm not too worried about him going in, especially since the other guy's gone. I forget his name. Alakazam's gone now. So we don't need Machamp anymore, which is weird to say that Machamp was our counter to Alakazam when Alakazam's super effective to him. Well, that's just how that goes. So he's probably going to go for another Fire Blast or something. I'm just going to go straight for the Hyper Beam, which will take him out, so I won't have to recharge unless... Oh, nope, didn't happen. There we go. And get rid of it. Okay, maybe they changed that on Smogon, because I know it was weird in between Pokemon Showdown and this. Nope, we don't have to recharge, so we're just going to get off another one. Hopefully. I mean, Blast is probably going to take us out from this. Because if he attacks, we're dead. That's unless he misses Blizzard like that. So Hyper Beam should take out Blastoise. Yep, there goes Blastoise. So that was a good game there, LuckyShua, but you don't mess with the master of Pokemon over here. So maybe we'll see LuckyShua around on the channel a little bit more. Now that he's starting to get into Pokemon, maybe we'll talk him into getting into more modern games. Who knows? But thank you guys for joining us. Leave a comment down in the comment section below. Like if you liked, and subscribe if you want to see more. All that YouTube mumbo jumbo, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.